नमां विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयति गिरिं यत्कृपातमं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारणं। परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्येश्वरम् आनन्दलीला मय विग्रहाय हेमाभ्यदिव्यच्छविसुन्दराय तस्मै महाप्रेम रसप्रदाय चैतन्यचन्द्राय नमो नमस्ते, चैतन्यचन्द्राय नमो नमस्ते, चैतन्यचन्द्राय नमो नमस्ते। Hare Krishna. So we will discuss um, on, since Srila Advaita Acharya's appearance day is coming, Srila Nityananda Prabhu's appearance day is coming, so we'll get into Gaur Leela. And we'll not go into Leela first, but we'll start with the prayer. And then as we move forward, we'll see like, whether we want to go into some more prayers or we'll go into some pastimes. So Gauranga Mahaprabhu and his Parshad, okay, they are most merciful. They have come into this age of Kali just to deliver the most fallen, sinful persons. And in this age, although it is the age of Kali, it is said that this age has the greatest advantage where we have the direct mercy available of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And it is up to the devotees to take advantage of that. Anyone okay, who takes advantage of this Kali Yuga okay, by absorbing oneself into the pastimes of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu, they will be mesmerized. how how much merciful Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu is. Hare Krishna Param Prabhu. Very nice to see you.
Hare
So
Krishna Prabhuji.
so today we decided that okay, we will, instead of going into Bhagavad Gita, we will go into some of the, since we are very close to Advaita Acharya's appearance day, Nityananda Prabhu's appearance day. So we'll discuss something on, um, we'll go into some prayers and we'll discuss something on Gaur Leela. So firstly, before I get started, I want to ask one question. So we all say this prayer, Sh- Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivas Adi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Right? So in this prayer, does anyone know who is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu actually? Yes, Lokomon Krishna Prabhu. Samit Prabhu, you want to say? Yes.
Who is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? He's a Gauranga Mahaprabhu. I mean,
What is the real identity of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Who is he? He has come in the form of a devotee, but who is he actually? Paramprabhu, do you know?
Is the form of Radha Krishna.
He is the combined form of Radha Krishna, is what you're saying.
Radha Krishna. Yeah.
Is
So
Lokamon
basically,
Krishna?
sorry,
Hmm.
Prabhuji, basically what I remember is like Krishna ji wanted to feel the love that Radha Rani had for him. So because of that, he took the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Hmm. Yes, correct. Thank you for sharing that, Paramprabhu. So, yes, Lokamon Krishna Prabhu, you want to add
Yes,
something?
Prabhu is Lord Krishna himself, and he has come with the Lord Krishna and Srimati Radharani. दोनों का भाव को कॉम्बिनेशन करके he has appeared as Chaitanya
Hmm.
Mahaprabhu.
Yes, just one minor modification. You said right. So he is Krishna himself in the mood of Radharani, not combined mode. In the mood,
अच्छा, yeah.
in the mood of Radharani and in the complexion of Radharani. He's he's Gauranga. Gaur means golden, and Gaur Anga means his Anga Kanti, his color is golden. And Radharani is Gaurangi, Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi, Radhe Vrindavaneshwari, Vrishabhanusute Devi, Pranamami Haripriya. And that same Krishna came as Gauranga Mahaprabhu. So what happened is, like, okay, Krishna gave this Bhagavad Gita. Chaitanya Bhagavad goes into details, like, okay, and says that Krishna gave this Bhagavad Gita um, teachings to Arjun. And Krishna says in the fourth chapter of Bhagavad Gita that, okay, see, this is not the first time, Arjun, I am giving this knowledge to you. I gave this. Arjun says that, okay, that Krishna, we both look very like same age. Like, okay, how is it that you have given this knowledge earlier? Because Krishna says that, okay, I have given this knowledge earlier to Sun God. Sun God, Krishna, हम तो सब सेम ही एज के लग रहे हैं. How did you give this knowledge to Sun God? Then Krishna says that, okay, yeah, I have this knowledge. Like he explains, like, okay, many in many different ways. He says, like, he says that, okay, uh, Arjun, like, okay, you have taken many births and I have also taken many births. But the difference between you and me is that, okay, you don't remember anything of the past and I remember everything of the past. And Krishna not just remembers everything of his past, but he remembers everything of everyone's past, present, and future. Like, okay, he knows what is going on in the what is the desire that the mosquito is desiring right now and what we will desire after like after n number of time. Also he knows exactly what is going to happen. So that is Krishna. But after giving this teaching of Bhagavad Gita, I was thinking that, okay, this my uh, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that he had to come and tell this to Arjun because when he gave this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, somehow this came into this disciplic succession. It was given to sun god, okay, Vivashwan, the current sun god. And then from there it went to Manu, then it went to Ikshvaku, and then like it went to different people in the disciplic line. And then at some point of time, the knowledge was lost. It did not penetrate into the next parampara. So then Krishna said, so because of that, he had to come multiple times, or he had to send his representative. And at that point of time, when he was giving the knowledge to Arjun, at that time he says that now see that knowledge which I gave earlier, that knowledge chain is lost and broken. So I have to come and give this to you again. And I am giving this to you because Arjun, you have two qualities. One is you are you are my friend, and you are not envious of me, which is why I am giving this to you. So what is our qualification to receive this knowledge? We should be friendly to Krishna and we should not be envious of Krishna. Okay, so when we have these two qualities, or when we try to acquire these qualities, then in that case, we are able to understand Krishna. Now, my dear friends, what happens is when we are in this world, right? We are in this world because somehow or other we are envious of Krishna. I will take a different class on this envy topic. I'm not going there because it will take a long time. But in because of our envy towards Krishna, we have now come into this world, and Krishna is concerned that somehow these people, like, okay, they knew this Bhagavad Gita, but they are not applying it. So somehow, as Lokaman Krishna Prabhu and Param Prabhu mentioned, Krishna wanted to taste the nectar of devotional service that Srimati Radharani is experiencing. That was the internal reason. But externally, he also wanted to see that, okay, this my children, okay, in this world, okay, they are suffering like this. They have no taste towards devotional service. So let me go ahead and help these people out to understand how to perform devotional service. So he came in the form of a devotee. So in Srimad Bhagavatam, in the 11th canto, 5th chapter, it is mentioned that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, because all the different incarnations details are given, whoever's are representative of God, whoever are the incarnations of God rather, so their details are all given in the Srimad Bhagavatam, and it goes into vivid details as to who is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that he is Krishna himself. He comes in as Channa avatar, means in a disguised way in the form of a devotee, and there his parents' names are also given. This was 5,000 years ago. So when he comes, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda. Who is Nityananda Prabhu? Nityananda? Yes, Lokaman Krishna Prabhu
Balaram.
is Balram.
Balaram.
Yes, it is said, Brajendra Nandana Jay, Shochisuta Hoilo She, Balaram Hoilo Nitai. That means whoever was Brajendra Nandan, वो व्रज के नंदन जो है वो क्या बन गए, वो सची सुता बन गए, सची माता के पुत्र बन गए. मीन्स ब्रज के नंदन कौन है? कृष्णा. ही बिकेम सची सुता. ही बिकेम सची माता सन्स निमाय और गौरांग
Hello,
महाप्रभु. And
I'm in the meeting. I just saw your
you
message.
just mute everyone. So, and Balaram became Nitai. So, Balaram became Nitai. So, Balaram's identity is his Nitai. And then who is Advaita Acharya? Who is Advaita Acharya? Advaita Acharya is the combined incarnation of Lord Shiva and Mahavishnu. So, he is a very, very powerful incarnation of Mahavishnu and Lord Shiva. Vaishnava Nam Yatha Shambhu. So he comes in an Advaita Acharya. And then we say Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar. Who is Gadadhar? Gadadhar is himself Srimati Radharani. Srimati Radharani comes in as Gadadhar. And then we have Shrivas. Shrivas is his Bhakta Shiromani Shripad Narad Muni. So Narad Muni comes as Shrivas. So all these five come together. These are Lord Chaitanya and their associates. They come in as the Panchatattva and they perform pastimes. And now, very soon, like in US, it is the 25th of January. As per Michigan time, it is Advaita Acharya's appearance day. So we will sing one bhajan dedicated for Advaita Acharya, and we will understand what is Advaita Acharya's position in our life. And what did Advaita Acharya do? So just to get into this get into this mood of understanding Advaita Acharya and like, okay, what a pristine mercy he will be bestowing to us, let me give you some background. So let us go back 500 years back in Navadvip. In Navadvip, there was a situation where Chaitanya Bhagavat goes into very detailed descriptions. It says that Navadvip is in, at that time it was in Bengal. So India and Bangladesh were not partitioned 500 years back. They were just Bengal, and in that land, um, the the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita was not there. People considered themselves to be religious, but these religiosity was just for the sake. I mean, they would do a lot of discussions, debates, things like that, but there was no devotion as such. And most people spend their money to have grand weddings for their children, and it was used only for sense gratification, basically, like, okay, for sake of their self enjoyment. Okay, there was nothing with respect to any devotional activity that was being done. And at that point of time, there were devotees. Okay, sh- so Advaita Acharya personally was present at that time, and Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur was present at that time. So, and even Shivas was also present at that time. So these devotees would constantly pray that, oh Lord, this is such a dangerous situation. Like, okay, people are enjoying, they don't know they have to suffer so much. Because when people are so much thinking, enjoying in the material things, right, they do not know that at the end of life, they have to go to hell. People who are eating meat, it is said in our scriptures that, okay, we know that there are regulative principles, right? These four regulative principles. So anyone who is engaged in meat eating, intoxication, illicit sex, gambling, it is for sure that they have to go to hell, hellish planets. So hellish planets means, okay, a lot of suffering. Now think about it, like, okay, when one goes into like, I know, like, we have Param Prabhu, like, okay, Amit Prabhu, Meksham Prabhu. So Amit Prabhu, Meksham Prabhu, you came to US to study, like, okay, so that you get a good job, right? Like, okay, you need a better life than this, right? Is there anyone who is planning that, okay, oh, how can I go into the worst places, right? Like, okay, how can I lose my job? Like, okay, how do I lose my bodily parts? And like, okay, no one is thinking about the worst thing, right? Everyone wants a better, comfortable life. So, but unfortunately, this world, right, we have become so busy. We are constantly doing many things here, this, that, like. But the problem is, we do not know what we are doing this for. Because we may be busy doing our activities, but we don't know that the time that we are putting in these activities are only temporary for this particular body till this body is there. As soon as, like, okay, any of us knows that, okay, when is the last moment of our body coming in, what would be the time when we will be meeting death, we don't know. But we are busy with our activities. Okay, and if, let's say, like, okay, at any point of time death can come, and if we have not if we do not have any taste for bhakti, if we have not done any devotional activity, what happens is we get a call from Yamdut. Okay, and they are here to take us to hellish planets. So, and anyone who, it does not matter whether that person is, what kind of material background they have, that does not matter at all. Okay, if it is all basis of like, okay, what is their karma, they will be going there. But one who starts their devotional practice, what happens is they they break through all the karmic cycles, and they are not waiting for a better destination or things like that. They are just waiting to serve Lord. Okay, they just get so much taste in serving Lord that they are just like they want to always be engaged in serving Lord. So whether here or whether like okay in our next destination, they're always serving. And Krishna is waiting for such devotees to invite them into his realm of spiritual world. Till a person is in this material world, they'll be constantly suffering. So knowing all these things, like okay, the devotees in Navadvip 500 years back, like okay, they were just very much concerned. What will happen to these people? They're just doing those useless things, like okay, which have no value in their life, and they'll be going into hellish planets. So Advaita Acharya, he was trying to tell people, explain people, but it was not working. Okay, because many times like you go and tell someone like okay, please come for this program, this, that, like you will see the first thing they'll say, like, say, I don't have so much time, okay, I'm busy. Right? I'm so busy with this, like, okay, I don't have time. But they don't know that okay, they don't have time. It is true that they don't have time. This material world is is a place for purification. Okay, you know, like um, in US, like, okay, I saw this. Like I once went to one of the places there. I saw we were passing through one jail, and they use one name. Actually, they say that okay, it is correction center. They don't call it jail. Amit Prabhu, have you seen that? Like in Hamtramck, I saw that if I remember it. So it is said like okay, it is a correction center. So then I was thinking that okay, see, that is what it is. Like the material world is also a correction center. Okay, when we come here, right? If we somehow correct our, if we somehow purify our existence, then we are fit for the next level. If we somehow continue the way it is, then we will be again forced to take birth. Okay, and again go through these troubles. Like, okay, now think about it. Like, okay, our Meksham Prabhu, he's in a job hunt. Think about it. Lifetime after lifetime, this kind of job hunt with changing policies. How will it be? Okay, 10 years back, things were different, right? But with this Kali Yuga, like, okay, things are getting worse and worse and worse, right? So now, if a lifetime of struggle, okay, tells us, okay, that yeah, this is not really worth it. Actually, I'm spending so much useless time in all these things. But if we put our time towards Krishna, then what happens is we can feel no matter whatever we are going through. When we come in association of devotees, we feel blissful because that bliss is coming from Krishna. So Advaita Acharya and devotees were concerned. And as Mahavishnu, Advaita Acharya was trying to tell people that okay, come do some bhakti, but nothing was changing. Okay, so as Mahavishnu, he was thinking that okay, I think like okay, if these guys don't listen, right? Like, okay, I mean, what will I do? I mean, he can remember, he can pick his Sudarshan Chakra and he can kill everyone. But what is the use? I mean, these guys, like, okay, they will not change. So he was thinking that, okay, I think only although he's Mahavishnu is thinking only Krishna can do this. Like, okay, I somehow want Krishna to come here. And then he comes across, he goes through the scriptures and he comes across Ganga Tapani Upanishad. And in this Upanishad, he finds a particular verse which says that um, if one offers Shaligram Shila with Tulasi and Ganga water with devotion, then Krishna himself then Krishna sells himself to that devotee. Krishna becomes sold out to that particular devotee. Is it very difficult to find Tulsi and Ganga water? It's not at all difficult. So if one offers Tulsi and Ganga water, then Krishna sells himself for that particular devotee. So after seeing this, Advaita Acharya becomes very ecstatic and he starts crying out to Shaligram Shila. He's roaring Hare Krishna Mahamantra and he's crying out in pain for the people in general. That okay, Arey, what will happen to these people? Okay, they will go to hell. Please, oh Krishna, please descend to deliver these people. And then, by the call of Advaita Acharya, Krishna sitting in Goloka, he comes in here as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu ki jai. So that Advaita Acharya, who is called for Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu, we are now going to read one prayer, very, very amazing prayer, and I want you to all be attentive to this one. Just as I read through this, as I sing this, just see each and every word as we go through this. Because this is a very beautiful prayer to make. Is my screen visible? Let me know. Okay, Param Prabhu is saying screen is visible. So this prayer is written by Srila Lochan Das Thakur, and somehow last week was 9th was Srila Lochan Das Thakur's appearance day. A very, very exalted and very dear. Uh, Amit Prabhu, remember, like you asked me, like, okay, about Srila Lochan Das Thakur, and we had a discussion around that. So it's very
Yes.
dear to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He's writing the glories of Srila Advaita Acharya. So please hear this very carefully. And as I read this, first time I will sing this, and next time you also sing along with me. Okay. Jai Jai Advaita Acharya Dayamaya. Jaya Jaya Advaita Acharya Dayamaya. Now you can sing along with me. Jaya Jaya Advaita Acharya Dayamaya. Jara hu hunkare Gaura Avatar hai. Jara hu hunkara Gaura Avatar hai. প্রেম দাতা সীতানাথা করুণা সাগর প্রেম দাতা সীতানাথা করুণা সাগর যার প্রেম রসে আইলা ব্রজের নগর যার প্রেম রসে আইলা ব্রজের নগর যাহারে করুণা করি কৃপা দিতে চায় যাহার করুণা করি কৃপা দিতে চায় প্রেম রসে সে জানা চৈতন্য গুণ গায় প্রেম রসে সে জানা চৈতন্য গুণ গায় তাহার পদেতে যে বা লইল শরণ তাহার পদেতে যে বা লইল শরণ সে জানা পাইল গৌর প্রেম মহাদান সে জানা পাইল গৌর প্রেম মহাদান এমন দয়ার নিধি কেনে না ভজিলু এমন দয়ার নিধি কেনে না ভজিলু লোচন বলে নিজ মাথে বজর পাড়িলু লোচন বলে নিজ মাথে বজ্র পড়িলু Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hari Bol. So this is a very beautiful. Let us go through the meanings. It is very very heart melting meanings. So Jai Jai Advaita Acharya Dayamaya. All glories. Dayamaya means he is the most merciful. Oh, greatly merciful Advaita Acharya. All glories to you. All glories to you. Jara ho hunkare gaura avatar hoy. As I said, Advaita Acharya was crying out to Shaligram Shila, roaring out, like, okay, that please, my dear Lord, please descend here. And he was putting Tulsi on Ganga water, bathing the Shaligram with the Ganga water, not just Shaligram with the Ganga water, he was bathing the Shaligram with his tears and he was crying out for all of us. Advaita Acharya, as Mahavishnu, he was concerned for all of us that how will these people be happy? They'll be so distressed in Kali Yuga. They will be terrible. They will be terribly distressed, like, okay, with all the tritap of Kali Yuga, problems due to this body, mind, and problems due to other living entities, problem due to natural disaster. This Kali Yuga says, like, okay, people are always into quarrel and hypocrisy. There will be so many quarrels happening. There will be so much distress because of that. They will be very unfortunately, okay, because they are in Kali Yuga, people are always in distress. They are short lived, okay, and so many other things. Advaita Acharya, because of this, like, he was praying for Lord Gauranga Mahaprabhu to descend. Premadata Sita Natha Karuna Sagar. Premadata means he's the giver of Prem, Krishna Prem. Shitanath, he's the Lord of Sita Devi. His wife's name is Sita Devi. So he's the Lord of Sita Devi and Karuna Sagar. Karuna Sagar means he's an ocean of compassion. Jara prema rase aila व्रजेरा nagar. जिसके प्रेम के रस से आ गए व्रज के नागर, means due to his nectarian love only, the the hero of Raj, or rather Krishna, he came again into this material world. Jahare koruna kori kripa dite chai. To him, whomever he wants to bestow his mercy, prema rase shejana chaitanya guna gai. That person becomes totally absorbed in prem ras. And then what he does? Chaitanya Gun Gai. He starts singing the glories of Lord Chaitanya. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai. Tahara padete je balo ilo sharon. Whoever takes shelter at the lotus feet of Srila Advaita Acharya, what happens to him? Shejana pailo gaura prema mahadhan. And that person, whoever takes shelter under the lotus feet of Advaita Acharya, that person, Advaita Acharya bestows so much mercy that he gets Gaura Prem. That means Krishna Prem. This is the power of Advaita Acharya. Then Lochandas Thakur, Srila Lochandas Thakur, in his utmost humility, he is teaching us how to pray. In his utmost humility, he is telling, Emono dayara nidhi ke nena bhajlu. अरे अद्वैत आचार्य इतने सब आशीर्वाद दे सकते, he can bestow so much mercy. Why did I not worship him so far? लोचन बोले निज माथे बजोरो पाडिलु. अरे, that is why I am like, that is why, because I have not worshipped him, what did I do? I i struck my own head with vajra, that means thunderbolt, because I did not worship. That means, being in this material world, I am just suffering so much without worshipping such a ocean of mercy, Shila Advaita Acharya. So, such is the glory of Srila Advaita Acharya. He is extremely, extremely merciful. And we very soon have his appearance day coming. It is on 25th of January. So it comes 1 week, approximately 5 to 6 days before Nityananda Trayodashi. So Make sure that, okay, you don't miss this day. Pray to Srila Advaita Acharya that we want Krishna Prem. When we get Krishna Prem, right, then what happens? This, when one, through the mercy of Guru and Krishna, when one gets love towards Krishna, they are first, they are they are able to see Krishna in everything, everyone and in everything, and they are always able to remain absorbed in Krishna in every situation. So let us take this opportunity, because in Kali Yuga, Maya is so powerful that we will be pulled from various directions, and Maya knows how to trick our mind to take us away from Krishna. So I will give you a situation. Um, I can see, okay, Lokamohan Prabhu and Lokamohan Krishna Prabhu and Amit Prabhu. But I'll give you a situation. In my spiritual master, he says that in our heart, there are two dogs, one good dog and one bad dog. So, like when this, sometimes, like, okay, now these dogs bark, right? so so now the bad dog, like, okay, the bad dog is, like, okay, where we have different aspirations, okay, and when we try to take up Krishna consciousness, we will be faced with some difficulties. Okay, how many of you face challenges being into Krishna consciousness? Okay, on a day-to-day basis. Okay, okay, only Lokamohan Krishna Prabhu. Yes, so on a day-to-day basis there are challenges, and these challenges will be there because we are trying to aim for something very, very big. Krishna consciousness is the perfection of human life. Okay, and in the past ages, think about it, people had to go to forests, they had to do tapasya for hundreds and thousands of years. That time lifespan also was higher, but they had to do this. But in Kali Yuga, it is not like that. Kali Yuga lifespan only is 100 years. That to maximum. Most people don't go up to 100 also. So, but when one gets a chance into this Krishna Bhakti, if one is intelligent enough to understand that, okay, this is the highest thing, I have to somehow or other engage myself in devotional service. So, by doing that, what happens is we are trying to follow what Krishna's instruction is in Bhagavad Gita. Man mana bhava mad bhakto. Give your mind to me. We don't have to give our body or anything. Like, okay, whatever is going on in our mind, if our mind is absorbed in Krishna, we don't have to externally show that. We can be doing our activities, everything as we are doing, but in our mind, we give our mind to Krishna. And that is what Gauranga Mahaprabhu has come to show us what is the easiest way. So, Srila Prabhupada said, Krishna consciousness means it is um, chanting, dancing, and feasting. Chanting, dancing, and feasting. This is Krishna consciousness. So, and why do we come in here? Because if we come in here, then we'll know what Krishna consciousness is. Okay, and if we have, when we try to hear about Krishna, we'll get taste in our chanting also. Okay, if we are not hearing about Krishna, then what will happen? We'll not get taste in chanting, right? It is like, okay, I mean, I am trying to chant. It will purify us. No matter, like, okay, whether we know about Krishna or not, it will purify us. But this naam that we are doing is Chintamani. Chintamani means whatever we are thinking, right? This Naam has the potency, it is so powerful, it has the potency to give us that. So during that Naam, if you see very, very attentive, if you carefully observe, Maya Devi will put us in a situation where our mind will be taken to n number of things. Okay, we won't be able to focus at Krishna only. और उसने क्या बोला था? अरे अरे इसने क्या किया? अरे वो, अरे दैट, अरे माय जॉब, अरे कृष्ण, अरे लास्ट माला चल रहा है, अरे कृष्ण, अच्छा ठीक है करता हूँ एक माला, अरे कृष्ण कृष्ण कृष्ण, हाँ उसने, हाँ अरे मोबाइल बज रहा है लाइक दिस. But what happens is Maya Devi engages us very, very intelligently so that we forget Krishna and we engage in anything other than Krishna. It's always a test, and a determined person is one. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, what is a determined person? We learned in Bhagavad Gita second chapter, Vyavasayatmika buddhi ekeha kuru nandana bahushakhanantasya. I forgot the last part, but it means that an intelligent person, Vyavasay, what does a businessman do? Businessman is constantly thinking, अरे पैसा कहाँ से मिलेगा, ठीक है, राइट, एंड उधर बिजनेस वो जगह पे दुकान खोलूंगा तो इट विल बी वेरी प्रॉफिटेबल, और देयर इट विल बी वेरी प्रॉफिटेबल, यू विल ट्राई टू मेक द utmost that return on investment, you will see, right? That person will always be thinking like that. So similarly, a devotee is always having a vyavasayatmika buddhi, that okay, how can I get the most of it? It's Kartik, let me do this. It's Ekadashi, let me do some extra rounds. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Hare. Okay, because whatever we are engaging in day-to-day life, right? There could be many things that we may be engaging in life, but we have to understand one thing, that I have to leave this body. Okay, can we be in this body? Has any of you stayed in rented house? I think all of you are. Lokomotion Krishna was never stayed in rented house. Never. No, if you are speaking, you are speaking on mute. I think Lokomotion.
Yes, I was in rented house in Delhi 1974 to 78.
Okay, so if we have stayed in rented house, right, and our Amit Prabhu has a direct understanding. So if you stay in rented house, right, so if the owner comes and tells that, okay, hey, khali karo, your time is up, like that. Has anyone faced that? Or like, okay, right? Param Prabhu Singh, yeah. Then in that case, it is not like, okay, oh, no, I need 2 years more, I need 1 year more, give me 1 year. No, khali karo, I have to sell it, like that. They'll be like, okay, I just don't want, like, or they might tell an absurd number, like, okay, of rent, which does not even go with that. We cannot negotiate, like, okay, because he's the owner. So similarly, what Srila Prabhupada is saying, Srila Prabhupada is giving the same example and says, Yamdut will come and say, hey, come on, your time in this body is up. And then we're like, hey, no, I have to do that important thing, important. No important, nothing important. It is that second only. Now think about it. Just for one moment, my dear friends, just think in your mind, if this is that moment, are we prepared for it? Most of us will come up with that answer that, okay, no, I'm not prepared for it. But we do not have a timeline. Can you understand the risk? We are trying to focus on day in, day out things, like, okay, on those things which will not be there. We are constantly working on those things, and our mind is constantly absorbed on those things only. Our mind is not in Krishna. How many of you agree this? Like, whatever I'm saying, like, or is it, or maybe you might say, okay, my mind is in Krishna. Yeah, so we have to come out of this thing, like, okay, because Krishna is saying, Krishna is giving in Bhagavad Gita that we are the spirit soul. We are part and parcel of Krishna. Mamai vamsho jiva loke. Mamai amsho. हम सब कृष्ण के अंश है, अंश. Okay. Jiva bhuta sanatana. And this jiva is sanatan, he is eternal, he is eternally present. So as spirit soul, we are eternally present. Now, out of great difficulty, see, now we don't realize. See, many times, have you seen, like, okay, many people, like, okay, those rich kids, have you seen, like, okay, Papa gives, like, okay, a mobile phone, this, that, toys, like, okay, They don't even realize the value of that. Okay, after a few days, the toy is broken, and then oh, give me a new toy or give me a new mobile phone. Have you seen that? Have all of you seen that example? Okay, they don't value it, right? Why don't they value it? Because they're getting too many things. Like okay, they don't value it. So like that, we should not be that same example where we have been given a human body and we are not valuing it. The worst thing is when we are leaving this body, it should not be that okay, oh, I did not do this nicely, and now like okay, where am I going? Oh, I'm getting into pig body. We don't want to be there. Okay, we are or we think like, okay, at the last moment we think, Arre, what will happen to that person? Arre, next life we are with that person only again. But now the thing is that other person does not remember that okay, you are the previous lives this person. Okay, the equations will be different at that time. Okay, we could be in a different body, we could have different equation with that personality because we may not remember. So karmically many times like, okay, there are different equations, and this has been scientifically proven, and I have personally by the um by unlimited mercy, I have personally experienced some people in my life who know their previous lives and who know that who were the people along with whom they were in the previous lives. Most of them are not there, one or two may be there, and in this life when they are there, those people are the ones who are behaving worst with them, and they are having their hard hard burn with that. But in the last life, it was their desire when they ended that life that okay, I wish I could be with this person. Bus, khatam. So, so we have to, if we really want to be very sincere, if we really want to go deeper into this, it is not that okay, we have to philosophically understand so many things, but Mahaprabhu is saying that um, he's saying that okay, there are 9 processes of devotional service, and that starts with Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam. So Shravanam is very important because like if we do the association, then we will get taste for the other things. Okay, but তার মধ্যে সর্বশ্রেষ্ঠ নাম সংকীর্তন, নিরপরাধে নাম লয় পায় প্রেমধান. Out of all these 9, the topmost is Nam Sankirtan. That means engaging in Krishna, in chanting Krishna's name. Okay, coming together in one time in a day, even if 5-10 minutes, if we spend time with Krishna, and at every point of time, we have to remember one thing. One key thing is that we have to always tell that Krishna, whatever I am doing this for your pleasure. I want to please you, Krishna. Srila Prabhupada, I want to please you. Oh, Guru Maharaj, I want to please you. So please use me in a way that I can please you. In 99.99%, or rather in 100% case only, if you see whatever activities we do during our day, right? Whenever we are engaged in our family activities or anyone, whether it's boss, family activities, anything, what is our goal when we are engaged in a relationship? Okay, it could be the boss, but we want to please the boss, right? If the boss is happy, then we'll be happy. Then it could be a family member, we want to please that family member. If they are happy, then we feel happy, correct? How many of you agree with that? Okay, but in general, when we interact with Krishna, right? Actually, first of all, many of us, like how many of you agree that okay, we don't interact with Krishna? Oh, all of you interact with Krishna? Okay. So let me explicitly say, like when I say we don't interact with Krishna, what I mean is, how many of you go and talk to Krishna daily? That Krishna, I this has been my day like this. General talk, not like okay, oh, like some prayers, like okay, this, that, like okay, we read some Sanskrit prayers, this, that, like okay. But I'm telling you, okay, how many of us go and talk to Krishna? अरे बहुत हो गया. अरे बांसुरी वाले बहुत टाइम से आपको ऐसे देख रहा है, वैसे खड़े हो When will you remove that basuri and come out? when can I when can I actually get to serve you nicely? Okay. When will that day be, Gaur Nitai? When can I actually see you dance? When can I see Panchatattva and your parshads, all your associates dance? When can I also participate in that? Because, you know, in spiritual world it is like this. Let me give you a perspective so that we are all clear. Because we should be clear as to whatever is the target location. See, in spiritual world it is like this. There are in Golok Vrindavan, there are two sections of Golok Vrindavan. One is one is Golok Vrindavan and one is Nitya Navadvip Dham. Okay, so Lord Krishna is present in one of them and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is present. He is performing his pastimes with his associates and Lord Krishna is performing his pastimes with his associates. So all the pastimes that you see in Krishna book, many times we discuss, right? They are all occurring in Golok Vrindavan. Okay, and then on the other side, there is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, they are performing their pastimes. So the wonderful thing, Krishna's pastimes, we know, in Mahaprabhu's pastimes, what happens is, it is like, it is just like what we are seeing here. There are many times programs happening. Nityananda Prabhu might come and say, Are Amit Prabhu, there is program happening in Vaikuntha, let's go. There's a group happening. There is prasad and everything is out there. So we are all going over there. So please join us. Or Nityananda Prabhu's servant may come and say that. So in that case, and all our Guru Varga are there. They are performing pastimes like, okay, like this. Whatever relationships we are having here, the spiritual relations, that continues. And Srila Prabhupada said that in the spiritual world, there are different branches of the spiritual world, and this all these Mahaprabhu's branches, like, okay, they are coming, and ISKCON is also one tree over there. And whoever are our acharyas, they are out there. Srila Prabhupada is out there, and we can experience the bliss that we are experiencing here when we engage in devotional service. See, if we are not engaging in devotional service, then many times we may not experience that bliss. And we should see as to how we could be well engaged. And when we are well engaged, then we really, really experience bliss. So for that, we should take guidance like, okay, based on our individual situation. But this is how it is in this spiritual world. So when we want to give pleasure to the Lord, right? That pleases the Lord. Because think about it, like, okay, if someone comes to our home and we give them um, food, we give them prasad. Yes, Prabhu, please take prasad. Yeah, okay, please take this nice juice. But then we are not talking to them. Okay, then in that case, I mean, if we are that person who we have gone to someone else's house, we are not talking to them. Will it really attract us? Like, okay, it could be the best prasad. क्या यार सब दे के चला गया यार है ही नहीं यहाँ पे. So similarly, if we are putting Krishna, please have this. Krishna have this also. Krishna have this also. 10 days went, 20 days, 1 year went. Krishna is like, क्या कर रहा है ये? मेरे मुंह के सामने डाल के चले जा रहे हैं. Not doing, it's not talking on. अरे, I want to talk to you actually. What is it? So and the other thing is like, okay, whenever you see Krishna, Krishna, what to tell? I'm in such a problem. Krishna is like, okay, कुछ और भी तो बोल. Every day you are coming back home, you are safe, you are not looking at that. You are seeing at the tiny problem because our nature is, human nature is like this, that if we are all healthy, everything is fine. Suddenly, like we are walking through the road and a pin pokes our leg. Okay, maybe that rose flowers, some branches or stem is there, and that pin suddenly goes into our legs. So now at that time, all our attention goes into our foot. Ah! And then like, okay, although we may have healthy body, everything else is fine except for the that portion of the leg, but all our focus is over there. Similarly, like, okay, when we are going through some situation, we should try to see how Krishna is orchestrating that situation. And however, whatever we are in, it could have been much worse, but by Krishna's arrangement, whatever we are going through, we are in the best of the situation. If we try to understand this or discuss this with whomever we are in connection, okay, and trying to understand how to look the best in this situation, then through that we will grow through the situation. We will not just go through the situations, but we'll grow through those situations. Our faith in Krishna will increase. Our with every stepping stone we will increase, which is why which is it is very important to know that whether it is good time or bad time, we should try to use that time to our greatest advantage, so that in every time our faith towards Krishna is increasing. So this has to be done in a very structured way, in a very organized way, because if we understand the philosophy of the Bhagavad Gita, right, we understand what is Krishna trying to tell us. Because through Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is trying to explain us what are we. He's explaining what is the nature of the jiva. Today, actually, like I came to this, we started discussing about this Gaur Katha, but then if we were to go into Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is going to tell us the next thing as to why does one gets hit by anger. And it is such a deep point, like, okay, when we understand, oh, this is exactly the root cause of the anger. Why someone gets angry? Why we get angry? We should study ourselves. Is it because of this? I initially when I heard it, I was like, no, it must not be like this. After deeper study, I thought, no, it is like this only. There is no other way. What Krishna, he is the manufacturer. When he is telling, then after careful study, I thought, okay, it is 100% true. In every case, it is exactly like that. Because in our conditioned state, we may not be able to identify that. We say, I react. Because many times, how many of us get angry, first of all, right? So, and after our anger, we have a post anger repentance also, right? So, what exactly is the process? How does one get into that anger? Krishna is explaining in such detail, right? And how to come out of that, how to control that. Krishna is giving, it's not just problem statement only. Along with that, solution is also there, what we should be doing in order to come out of that. And like this, Krishna is giving every solution. Okay. So I will, before stopping, I want to just focus on one part of that Bhagavad Gita where which I was planning to cover today among the multiple verses. But this verse, let us have it as a takeaway. And Srila Advaita Acharya's appearance day is coming. So let us all intensely pray to Srila Advaita Acharya that, okay, please bless us with pure devotion. Because when we have, I want to tell one thing, like, okay, we are in this material world and we say, right, like when we start the class, we say, Om Agyana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. So that means I was born ignorant. Born ignorant means like, okay, that is I was born foolish, ignorant. Okay, but my guru, he opened my eyes with the torchlight of knowledge. Think about it. When a child is born, okay, without going to school, that child doesn't know anything, right? Not ABCD, nothing like the child knows. Okay, now if that child does not go to school, is just growing up like this only, he may not be able to, and if no one is teaching him any ABCD or any words, also no one is teaching him. He has grown up to a 20-year-old boy and he does not know to talk. Is it like he's not able to communicate also? That will be very foolish, right? Someone or the other is teaching him, that is how he is learning. Okay, so there are many teachers that are coming into his life. But these are all Jada Gyan. These go away with the body. Okay, with that body, that knowledge will be gone. Even if one is a PhD, next life when he is born, is again starts from scratch if he gets a human birth, he or she. But what Guru is giving is Divya Gyan. This, whatever we are discussing, right? Whatever Srila Prabhupada has given, whatever is coming from Krishna, this is a Divya Gyan. If we hear this attentively, this will be there with us life after life. Okay, this will be captured. I don't know if you have you seen anyone like, okay, very young, but they are very well versed in scriptures. Have you seen anytime anyone? I have seen once one person. He was in his early 20s. Actually, I have seen much less than that also. I have seen once I went to a marriage. Uh, this was a marriage. I went like okay, 5 6 years back. Okay, and you know who were the purohits in this marriage? There were four purohits. Okay, and three. One of them was an adult, like a Vaishnava, and another three were three American white-bodied children actually, and the youngest of them was like okay, I think probably 9 or 10 years, and he was chanting Sanskrit mantra. I was like, okay, Ur, I can't even chant like whatever he's chanting. And he was not even like, if let's say if I am there in this place, right? What I will do is like I will carry a notebook and I'll read out of there. But he did not have any notebook also. He was just chanting out there. And not just that, he was explaining this also. It goes one level above that also. I came across, I once came across one boy in his 20s. He he asked a question that, okay, oh, he said, Prabhu, you gave this class, this was not the Bhagavad Gita, but in Srimad Bhagavatam, I have seen this, and in that Upanishad, I saw this, and in that Upanishad, I saw this. So can you reconcile this? And I thought, okay, he's 20 years old. Okay, I was already like 40 by then. I was like, okay, when did he read all this things? I have a question for him only. When did he get time to read all these things? So now we have to understand that he has carried this knowledge from his past. It is not that in his this birth is doing. See, we can attend a class, but if we are not attentive enough, then what will happen is यहाँ से घुसा वहां से निकल गया. It's not of it's of some use rather than not doing, but it is of not much use. But if it is going directly inside and if it pierces inside, right, then it will be, and if we are thinking about that, then it will stick there like that. So, so that's the thing. So, can one of you remind me? I was going to conclude it with one thing. What was that?
Read that Gita slope in Bhagavad Gita slope.
Yes. Okay. Thank you for reminding me. So let me go to that particular shlok. Because this has a nice takeaway. So before that, let me ask this question to all of you, and you may find this relevant for you when do you remember, like, first of all, how many of you feel the challenge, like, okay, whether it is sometimes we get very much carried away with anger. Sometimes it could be like, okay, we are thinking like, okay, we are too much thinking about, let's say, money or other things like, okay, that is hampering us. Sometimes we get too much affected by like, okay, oh, these people are doing so nice, but like, okay, what is the condition with me? And then that could be a sign of envy also. And then there is lust, that okay, oh, I want that thing. Lust is not just like, okay, uh, not just in terms of opposite sex. Lust could be, I want that, and that is constantly bothering us. Okay, till we don't get that. Are these things ringing any bell? Only Amit Prabhu is affected by this. Everyone is cleared with. Okay, so if that is the case, then I want you to hear this part very attentively. This one I covered in one previous class, but I thought this was important. I felt that okay, maybe as a reminder, this would be helpful for everyone. Okay, can you see my screen? Oh no, wait a minute. Okay, is my screen visible? Yes. Okay. So does anyone remember this? What we covered with respect to this? Oh, Nandini Priya Mataji, you remember that? And Amit Prabhu? Or was that for the previous thumbs up?
Previous Prabhu.
Okay, Nandini Priya Mataji, you remember?
Yes, Prabhuji, I remember this.
Yes. Can you explain this?
Okay. Okay, like this is related to ourself, like the senses. Like if we go beyond the senses are like a horse, and if we follow our senses, like every senses will be moving in a different direction. Like we have to, we are like by using our intelligence, we have to control our senses. Like we shouldn't go as our mind think and like and our soul is inside our like our soul is a passenger, Prabhuji. Like by using intelligence we have to control our senses. Like we should not go like the way what our mind says.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Nandini Priya Mataji. I really like how you presented. I want to just re um, I want to just share this in brief, just as a recap. So Krishna is telling, see these horses, they are all compared to our senses. You see this eyes, nose, you see this sign, ears, this is hand, means touch, and there is tongue. These are our senses. And the the ropes that are there, right, which are tying this horse, reins, they are compared to the mind. And the driver is the intelligence, and the passenger is the soul. Now, I want to ask you one question, all of you, that let's say if you are in a car where the driver is not in control, okay, there is a complete brake fail, and the driver is unable to control, then will you be blissful or will you be in total terrified with what is happening? Yes, Lokomon Krishna, you will be blissful. You can unmute and share. What do you think?
We will be terrified.
Terrified, right? How many of
Yeah.
you agree that you will be terrified where nothing is in your control, right? You agree with that, right? So the situation is like this, that if we want that, and let me ask you one more thing. How many of you think that okay, you can control your mind?
Very difficult.
Very difficult, right?
Very difficult.
Right? So
Yeah.
Krishna is telling us, see this mind, above the mind. M- uh, So so there is the lowest level is the senses. Above that is the mind. Above that is the intelligence, and above that is the soul. So the senses, they're always looking for some enjoyment. Okay, we hear something, nice music, like, okay, some film song or something that is going on. It is going through our senses. As soon as it goes, right, it goes ahead and feeds the, it goes through the channel of the mind. Mind is passing that information to the soul that, okay, see this one. And then if we taste some nice food, some restaurant food is there, this food is there, someone brought something, we taste that. So we like the smell of some food, we feel like, okay, oh, let me have that, right? And then when we have it, like we enjoy it. So, and the mind is relishing it. Aha, man bhar gaya. We say, right, like that. And similarly, like, okay, there is sense of touch. Okay, someone may have like, okay, some illicit desires actually, and they enjoy that way. And all these are going to the through the mind is relishing it, and it is going to the soul. But the thing is, and at that time the mind is whatever the senses are offering, the mind is taking that, and because of that the mind remains uncontrolled, because actually the driver is supposed to be intelligence. Driver is supposed to determine that, okay, what you should take and what you should not take. So how you can sharpen the intelligence? You can sharpen the intelligence by hearing Krishna Katha, by hearing the instructions of Krishna, and trying to apply this in our life. See, when we try to apply this in our life, right, there might be some places which will be successful, and there might be some places we might be unsuccessful in the first go. But as we try, as we seek guidance, right, what is happening as a result of that is we are sharpening our intelligence. Through trying, right, we will get realizations. Arey, isme to ye problem hai. What will I do in my situation? So we should seek guidance. Oh, I'm not able to do this. So when we are by doing this, we are trying to control our mind. And Krishna is giving a situation how we should control our mind in this particular verse that we are discussing here. In very short, we'll go. This is the 61st verse of the Bhagavad Gita. Krishna is saying, Tani sarvani samyamya yukta asita matparah vasehi yassendriyani tasya pragya pratishtita. Krishna is saying here that one who restrains his senses, keeping them under full control, and fixes his consciousness upon me, is known as a man of steady intelligence. Two things. One is senses को अपने control में रखो, and second is fix your consciousness upon me. So now it might seem like our senses को अपने control में रखना, it is such a difficult thing, right? How many of you agree that senses को control करना is a difficult thing? Oh, I have a taste,
Very difficult.
right? So Krishna is giving, sorry, Srila Prabhupada is going into very, very detail here, and he's giving us an example. I will, I would like to read that part which is of most importance for you. Krishna is saying that here the example is given of Maharaj Ambarish. Okay, Maharaj Ambarish and Durvasa Muni. See, the great sage Durvasa Muni picked a quarrel with Maharaj Ambarish. Durvasa Muni was a saint, okay, but he why he picked a quarrel? Because he suddenly came to meet Maharaj Ambarish, and Maharaj Ambarish like, okay, said that, okay, whenever someone comes, right, he said, okay, why don't you come Durvasa Muni and have prasad? Then Durvasa Muni told that, okay, let me go and take my bath in the river, and I will come back after that. So Durvasa Muni went to take bath, and here Amrish Maharaj was there. He was saying that, okay, it was getting late for Durvasa Muni, and it was the Dwadashi day. He had been fasting, and he had to break his Ekadashi fast so that he can take take something to break the fast. But Durvasa Muni was not coming, and without the guest honoring the prasad, he cannot take it also. So what Amrish Maharaj did is he consulted with the minister. What can I do? So his ministers told, you can uh, take some charnamrit. So charnamrit is is water, but it is also like, okay, it is also like not considered like, okay, that you have eaten anything, right? So you can just take that and you can break your fast. As soon as Amrish Maharaj, with the faith in his ministers, like, okay, he took it. Durvasa Muni, as he was taking the bath, right, he got to know that, अरे Amrish Maharaj ने खा लिया, मेरे को बताया नहीं, अरे he took that, he did not even tell, without, I am here, and how dare he take it? And at that moment, what Durvasa Muni did is, then and there itself, He created one demon from his hair and he said, go and attack that Amrish Maharaj. Kill that guy. Now think, Durvasa Muni is a saint. Okay, and he did this. And what happened is, as soon as that demon came, right? At that time, that demon came to kill Amrish Maharaj. But as soon as that demon came, right, there in Vaikuntha, Lord Lord Vishnu's this Sudarshan Chakra became active. Because whenever Lord's devotees are in danger, right, Lord was always thinking that, okay, this Amrish Maharaj, he's always absorbed in me. I am so much worried that, okay, he, I mean, how will he take care of himself? Amrish Maharaj was doing everything for kingdom. He was the king only, but he was doing everything absorbed in Krishna. But then he was saying, okay, how will he take care of himself? I only have to do one thing. Okay, let me do one thing. Let me keep my Sudarshan chakra standby for him, so that if there is any danger, this Sudarshan will have become activated. So as soon as Durvasa Muni's that demon came, right, this Sudarshan became activated, and this Sudarshan chopped out the head of that demon. And not just that, this Sudarshan ran after Durvasa Muni. And Durvasa Muni, as soon as he saw that Sudarshan is coming, all the heat of the Sudarshan started coming on Durvasa Muni. He started running. And Durvasa Muni was very powerful sage. He he went to Lord Brahma. He said, save me. What is this? Okay, this Sudarshan is after me. Please save me. Otherwise I'll be killed. And Brahma said, I can't do anything. He went to Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva, please save me. Shiva said, Arre, this is Vishnu's, Narayan's, Sudarshan Chakra. I can't do anything about it. Then it finally went to, he said, if you really want to get saved out of this, you go to Vishnu only. And he went to Vishnu. Please save me, like, okay, because I cannot come out of this. I'll be killed with this. So Vishnu said, Arre, I can't do anything. You have offended my devotee. It is not in my control. You have to go and seek forgiveness from Amrish Maharaj. Why did you do that? Like, okay, go and seek forgiveness from him. Because if my devotee is offended, like, okay, I cannot do anything. Like, it is beyond my control unless and until one seeks forgiveness from my devotee. And then Durvasa Muni still ran, and like this Sudarshan heat was burning him. So he ran like anything, and he came to Amrish Maharaj. And at that time, Amrish Maharaj was still standing outside only, waiting for Durvasa Muni. It had been 1 year, and Amrish Maharaj is still standing there. When will Durvasa Muni come and take prasad? And then, as soon as Durvasa Muni came, he fell at the feet of Amrish Maharaj that, please save me. And then Amrish Maharaj said, okay, you did not do anything actually. Why? What? There is nothing to forgive. And at that time, uh, Durvasa Muni said, but this is going to kill me. Please save me. Amrish Maharaj prays to Sudarshan. If there is anything good, if there is any time I have pleased the Lord, then O Sudarshan Chakra, please, please protect this noble devotee Durvasa Muni. Please forgive him and please let him be as he is. It is paining me to see that, okay, this devotee of Lord is under so much distress. As soon as Amrish Maharaj says this, Sudarshan goes back to Vaikuntha. Sudarshan says that, okay, oh Durvasa Muni, because of the prayers of Amrish Maharaj, I am going away from here. I am ineffective in front of this great devotee, Amrish Maharaj. And none of my power, and because his love has captured me. This is the power of a great devotee. And why I'm saying all this? Because in the next part, Srila Prabhupada, how many of you really want to develop that kind of a love for Lord, where we become we become completely absorbed in love, and this love has the potential to really absorb the heart of the Lord. So then, and because of and this Amrish Maharaj here, this Srila Prabhupada is writing, the king was able to control his senses because Durvasa Muni attacked him. Amrish Maharaj, he was so powerful, he could have cursed Durvasa Muni also. That, Array, I also give you another demon. But he did not do any of these things because a devotee is never harmful. So here it is, see, on the other hand, See, Durvasa Muni unnecessarily became angry out of pride and therefore could not check his senses because usko gussa aa gaya. He got became angry. On the other hand, the king, although not so powerful as a yogi, as the sage, because many times we might feel this person is so angry at me, I have no power. It does not matter. If one has love towards Lord, right, Lord will protect. Name bhakta pranashyati. On the other hand, the king, although not as powerful as a yogi, as a sage, but a devotee of the Lord, silently tolerated all the sages' injustice and thereby emerged victorious. So, what is the key point? Tolerance. Tolerance means sense control. Then Srila Prabhupada is explaining the king was able to control his senses because of the following qualifications as mentioned in the Srimad Bhagavatam. I will read this. Please hear this very carefully because even if you are hearing with rapt attention, even if you don't understand these Srimad Bhagavatam shlokas, but still it is purifying us. This is Shabda Brahma. सवै मनः कृष्ण पदार विंध्योर वाचांसी वैकुंठ गुणानुवर्णने करो हरेर मंदिर मर्जनादीषु श्रुतिम चक्राच्युत सत्कथोदय मुकुंद लिंगालय दर्शने दिशौ तद्भृत्या गत्र स्पर्शे नंग संगमम घृणानं च तत्पाद सरोज सौरभे श्रीमत्तुलस्या रसानं तदर्पिते पादौ हरे क्षेत्र पादानुक्षर्पणे शिरो ऋषिकेशा पदाभिवन्दने कामं च दास्य न तु काम काम्यया यथोत्तम श्लोक जनाश्रयरति. This has the formula of how to control our senses. Let's read this together. King Amrish fixed his mind on the lotus feet of Lord Krishna. He engaged his mind on thinking of lotus feet of Lord Krishna. He engaged his words in describing the abode of the Lord. यानी कि भगवान की गुणगान कर रहा था वो अपने माउथ से वर्ड से. His hands in cleaning the temple of the Lord. Basically, if we have Lord in our home, right, and if we are cleaning our house, and if we just in our heart we think, oh dear Lord, please allow me to think that okay, I am cleaning your temple, then we are cleaning our temple. We are cleaning the temple of the Lord. His ears in hearing the pastimes of the Lord, his eyes in seeing the form of the Lord, darshan, his body in touching the body of the devotee, his nostrils in smelling the flavor of the flowers offered to the lotus feet of the Lord. That means tulsi leaf or flower. His tongue in tasting the tulsi leaves offered to him. His legs in traveling to the holy place where his temple is situated. His head in offering obeisance unto the Lord, and his desires in fulfilling the desires of the Lord. And all these qualifications made him to fit to become a matpara. Matpara means completely absorbed devotee of the Lord. So if you see all these things, how many of you can relate to this? We all have opportunity to do these things from our side? How many of you like get tulsi leaf to taste or prasad to taste or thinking of Krishna or hearing about Krishna? We all have opportunities, my dear friends. We all have opportunities. His this Srimad Bhagavatam is so nectarian. It tells that okay, anyone, if they really absorb in hearing and trying to apply this, we all can be supremely victorious at the end of this life. It is not that difficult. We just have to apply this. See, we all have opportunity to think about the lotus feet of the Lord. How many of you go to the temple to have darshan? Right? And for those who are unable to go, like how many of you are able to get the darshan from internet? Right? It is not impossible. Everything is possible. How many of you are engaged? Like you have heard something. How many of you can share what you have heard? That is the form of glorifying. Or you had a personal experience. See, personal experiences we should be careful about sharing. We should not share with everyone. Okay, let's say if you have some personal experience, because initially it if we tell to some non-devotees, then they'll be like, wow, wow, what a nice thing. And then pride will come into our heart. Then Krishna will go away. so, so we should be careful about that. Okay. And then how many of you us do any kind of cleaning activities? Any cleaning, like, okay, any cleaning that we do, we can think that, okay, we are cleaning the temple, because in every one of our houses, okay, we have brought in Krishna in some or the other form, right? If we are cleaning, we can think that, okay, if we are cleaning the kitchen or any place we are cleaning, even the restroom, we can think that, okay, this is Krishna's, this is Jagannath's house. And how many of us can take the darshan of the Lord? We all have opportunity. Touching devotees. So obviously it is Prabhus and Madhis and Madhis. I mean, don't try it the other way around. so, uh, so and then nostrils and smelling the flower. Like in temple we get this flower, right? Or at home we offer flower to the Lord. Then when we smell that, right, that is flower that is offered to the lotus feet of the Lord. In offering, see, like we discussed today about Ganga Ganga Jal and offering tulsi leaf at the lotus feet of the Lord. How many of us can do this? It is it's very much doable. Anyone can do this. And what is the benediction of that? If we do it with devotion, then Krishna sells himself to that devotee who is doing it. Krishna sells himself. And if when we are going to the temple, at that time we should think that, okay, I mean, our legs are being used, or we may be driving, we may think that, okay, our hands are being used, our legs are being used to go to the temple. Or even if we are driving back from work, we can think that, okay, or we are going to our house, we can think, okay, right now I'm going to the temple. This is not my house. This is Jagannath's house. This is Gaur-Nitai's house. This is Radha Krishna's house. Like that. And our head in offering obeisances to the Lord, and our desires in fulfilling the desires of Lord. What does this mean? Desires in fulfilling the desires of Lord means hearing the instructions of our authorities. When we hear the instructions from them and we try to apply them, that means we are trying to fulfill the desires of the Lord. So just by following this, senses of Amrish Maharaj got controlled and he became a Matpara devotee. So let us take that as a takeaway from this discussion, and we'll stop here. Shrimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदी, हरि हरि बोल, श्री श्री गौरंग कुटी भक्त वृंद की जय, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदी. So we'll stop here. And does anyone have any questions? We can take it, or else we can conclude here. Does anyone have any questions or any comments? Okay. Looks like there are no questions or no comments.